First.
At this time, we'll call to order the Public Building Commission for the purpose of action items on our agenda. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Commissioner Schaefer?
Here.
Commissioner Allen?
Here.
Commissioner Click is absent. Commissioner Osterhouse?
Here.
Commissioner Ashcraft?
Here.
Commissioner Brown? And Chairman Eilert.
All right, item number one is consider approval of the minutes. Do I hear a motion?
Move for approval.
Second.
Motion's made and seconded to approve the minutes of the February 1st, 2018 business session for the Public Building Commission. Any corrections or additions? Clerk, please call the roll.
Commissioner Schaefer?
Aye.
Commissioner Allen?
Aye.
Commissioner Osterhouse?
Aye.
Commissioner Ashcraft?
Yes.
Commissioner Brown?
Aye.
Chairman Eilert.
Aye, motion carried. Next item.
Item number 2, invitation for bid number 2018-004. Consider authorizing a contract to Midwest Elevator Company, Inc. for elevator modernization at the Olathe Central Booking Facility for a total amount not to exceed $947,445.
Mr. Reinhardt.
Good morning, Chairman Eilert and Commissioners. I'm Brad Reinhardt with the Facilities Department. Just to briefly review this work, this includes the upgrades and refurbishment for 3 elevators in the Olathe Adult Detention Center, one passenger elevator, 2 service elevators. The work includes elevator machine equipment and replacement and upgrades of drive motors and control systems. This will bring the elevators into code. We've had some issues in reliability with these units and would recommend approval and would be happy to answer any questions.
Okay. Questions? Mr. Ashcraft.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Reinhardt, these bids are pretty tight, but I understand they're a little bit over the engineering estimate. Any reason why they might be a little higher than what the estimate suggests?
You know, unfortunately, I apologize, I did not look into that. I know when we budgeted this work in the 2017 CRP, we had a budget estimate of around $1,075,000. So, but I don't know why the engineer's estimate was about $42,000, $44,000 short of how the bids came in. Might be, vendors might be getting busy. Doing work. That could be a driver. Elevators are a specialty item in a building. Not everybody can do this type of work, but I don't know if that directly answers your question. So.
Is it the estimate? Does your staff do this, or does some other third party do the estimate?
We had an elevator consultant and a design team, design firm that worked on putting together drawings and prepared the engineer's estimate.
Any other questions? Is there anyone present who would like to address the commission on this item? There's no one to be heard. It's back for the commission. A motion is in order. Mr. Allen.
I'd move authorizing bid number 2018-004, authorizing a contract to Midwest Elevator Company, Inc. for elevator modernization at the Olathe Central Booking Facility for a total amount not to exceed $947,445.
Second.
Motion has been made and seconded to approve the bid as recommended. Any further questions or discussion? Clerk, please call the roll.
Commissioner Schaefer?
Aye.
Commissioner Allen?
Aye.
Commissioner Osterhouse?
Aye.
Commissioner Ashcraft?
Yes.
Commissioner Brown?
Aye.
Chairman Eilert.
Aye. Motion carried. Next item.
Item number 3, request for proposal number 2017-053. Consider authorizing a contract with Sebesta, Inc., doing business as NV5 for commissioning services at the new medical examiner facility for a total amount not to exceed $114,565.
Mr. Reinhardt.
Good morning, Brad Reinhardt again with Johnson County Facilities. So just to review, commissioning is a professional service that ensures all designed and constructed building systems perform according to the design intent and the county's operational needs. This includes building systems such as heating and air conditioning, electrical, plumbing, fire, life safety, and so on. The commissioning services include defining and documenting the building performance requirements, conducting functional testing and then documenting those results, and then providing training to the owner's operations team so that we can effectively manage the building going forward. So Sebesta NV5 was the selected commissioning agent for the medical examiner's facility. The county does have direct experience in working with the executives from that firm, so we're very comfortable that they are qualified and competent to perform this work for us, and I'd be happy to answer any questions.
I should note this activity does not occur after the building has been completed, but it's ongoing.
It's ongoing. You bring them in early on the design. They'll review the design. They'll do pre-functional testings as the systems are being installed in the facility as well, and look for problems and fix those.
Other questions, Mr. Ashcraft?
So my understanding then, Mr. Reinhardt, is they're kind of third-party experts to make sure we get what we're promised?
Yes.
Okay.
They're trained and certified in the profession of commissioning buildings.
And we had an opportunity to visit yesterday. My understanding is Sebesta has the best price when it comes to the three that you interviewed. Is
Yes.
that correct?
That is correct.
And you'd indicated yesterday that there was some kind of professional standard for judging these costs, and I can't remember if you had a particular reference or not, and if you could explain that just real briefly.
Yeah, I do, and I did some research on this, and for example, the GSA references a range for commissioning of 0.5% to 1.5% of construction cost as typical. They go on to say that they expect that their cost to be around 0.5% for the typical GSA type of building that they design and construct.
And how did we fall out?
For this one, we were at 0.7% of our construction cost for the medical examiner facility. In addition, we're leveraging our owner's rep for the courthouse project as well, and they have experience with commissioning. And in this area, they'd indicated that about 0.5 to 1% of construction cost is appropriate.
Mr. Chairman, I'm supportive of this. I would ask, though, that the costing information be provided on this to help understand what the expectations are, if at all possible.
Okay, any other questions? All right, do I hear, is there anyone present who would like to address the commission on this item? No one to be heard. Is back for the commission. A motion is in order. Mr. Osterhaus.
Move to authorize a contract with Sebesta Inc., DBA NV5, for commissioning services at the new medical examiner facility for a total amount not to exceed $114,565 per request for proposal RFP 2017-053.
Second.
Motion has been made and seconded to authorize the contract as noted. Any further discussion? Clerk, please call the roll.
Commissioner Schaefer.
Aye.
Commissioner Allen.
Aye.
Commissioner Osterhaus.
Aye.
Commissioner Ashcraft.
Yes.
Commissioner Brown.
Aye.
Chairman Abbott.
Aye. Motion carried. Next item.
Item number 4, request for proposal number 2017-003. Consider authorizing a contract with Affiliated Engineers, Inc. for commissioning services at the new Johnson County Courthouse facility for a total amount not to exceed $497,350.
Mr. Reinhardt.
Brad Reinhardt, Johnson County Facilities. Same type of professional service, but this is for the courthouse project. This is for commissioning of the courthouse. I will make note that there is one additional scope item for this commissioning effort, and that's the building envelope. So with this large of a building, we want to make sure that it performs from an energy standpoint, water infiltration, air infiltration, acoustically. So this commissioning agent has experience in doing building envelopes as well. So that will be very important for the courthouse project. So with that, I would recommend, other than that, the services are the same as the medical examiner, testing and documenting and validating performance of our building systems for the courthouse project. So
Okay.
with that,
Thank
I
you.
would add.
Questions? Mr. Ashcraft.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Reinhardt, how did the pricing for affiliated compare with the GSA standard and the others the other three that you, or the other two that you interviewed?
So with the GSA standard, this is about 0.35% of construction, so a little bit below that range of 0.5 to 1.5 or 1% of construction. There was a wide swing in costs for the three shortlisted firms for this commissioning agent. That was the deciding factor. They were all very qualified, we would have been happy to work with any of them, but cost was what ultimately drove them. And so the second place cost, next highest cost was $699,000, again, compared to $497 for what we're requesting approval for today. And then the third place team, once cost was factored in, was $1.6 million.
Very good.
So more than 3 times what we're recommending.
The same observation in terms of cost information.
All right, any other questions? Again, anyone present like to speak to the commission on this item? Being no one, it's back before the commission. A motion is in order. Mr. Allen?
I would move for approval of proposal number 2017-3, authorizing a contract with Affiliated Engineers, Inc. for commissioning services at the new Johnson County Courthouse facility for a total amount not to exceed $497,350.
Second.
Motion has been made and seconded to award the contract for the commissioning services at the new courthouse, as noted. Any further discussion? Clerk, please call the roll.
Commissioner Schaefer?
Aye.
Commissioner Allen?
Aye.
Commissioner Osterhaus?
Aye.
Commissioner Ashcraft?
Yes.
Commissioner Brown?
Aye.
And Chairman Eilert?
Aye. Motion carried. Are there any other items?
No, sir.
All right, that concludes our agenda on the Spatial Public Building Commission. We are adjourned, and we'll come back for agenda review for next week. Thank you all.